Everyone, your host Cy Smith. Wanted to talk about real quick. It's Friday. It's like 2-something in the morning, or 3-something in the morning. Wanted to talk real briefly about the challenges in the black community. I know a lot of people are upset. They're talking about Trump, and I don't put too much energy into it because I know the biggest power base that we have is us doing for us. So I'm not giving that much energy, and a lot of people who's giving energy to it, I just I pray for them, because where your mind is where your behavior will go. And so I don't want to put my mind on Trump. I want to put my mind on stopping this killing, giving hope to our people. And so that's kind of where I go with my energy. You got to monitor your mind energy. What are you thinking about? Because your behavior typically follows that. Anyway, let's talk about this real quick. We have, as African Americans, and it's really global, but we'll talk about Africans living in America. We have structural challenges, meaning it's not something that's going to be fixed with personality or organization. And let me say that again, because I hope this makes sense. We have structural challenges in urban America, in suburban America, in rural America, if you come down south like here in Georgia. So what I mean by that is, if you believe that an organization is going to fix the problems that we face, then that means you may not be looking at the big picture. And let me give you an example. If you're on the southwest side of Atlanta and your organization is feeding the people, all right, so that's good that your organization is feeding people. But why are the people hungry in the first place? Is it because of institutional racism, meaning that it's certain companies that's not going to hire you because of your skin color? So you feeding the people is good for that moment, short term. But the real issue is why do people need to be fed in the first place, long term? And so if blacks are not buying black, if they're not supporting black businesses to create jobs so that the people won't need the food giveaways of the non-for-profits, that's what I mean by structural. That's a structural challenge for us. And so we are very emotional, but that's a beauty of us, but it's also a downfall. We are very emotional, so we go and we say, I'm helping. But are you long-term? Are you taking a step back and looking long-term? Long-term is, do you want to see yourself go out of business? And if you can't answer that question, then that might be part of the problem. But I'm telling you, the structural issues in our community is institutional racism here in America. And so we got to look at, since we know the institutions that exist now might not have our best interests at heart, we must do that. And that's no different than Chinatown, Greektown, Little Italy. They understand the need to have a race-based anchor, their race, and it's an anchor for them. So when the broader world treats them poorly, they have a base to go back to. I'm 42. I don't have a base to go back to. We building it, but we don't have it now. So when things get hairy for me, I got to just fend for myself. And that's why we see from coast to coast in urban America, our black boys struggling. And I know all black boys not struggling. That's fine if that's how you want to think. Too many of our black boys are struggling, and therein lies the challenge that I think we all should rise up to fix. But it's so important that you understand it's structural what we're dealing with. No organization is going to fix it. Even if you're a national organization, you can't fix a structural problem, because it's structure. It's just that. And let me say this to you also. No law is going to fix it. Now, laws can help, but no law is going to, it won't pass, for one, to make you go and buy black, to capitalize your black institutions so that they can have more money where they can hire people. There's no law for that. No law is going to make you stop giving your money to the corner stores, the liquor stores, the gas stations that take your money and leave. It's something that we have to do from a pride perspective. And let me say, what we're talking about every Wednesday, Economic Day, that's a structural change. That's a structural change. It don't matter if you are an organization or not. If we're saying as a whole, if we go and buy black on Wednesdays, if at the end of the month we can name 4 blacks we spend money with, that's a structural change. And whether you die today, that doesn't change if Wednesday is economic day. And that's what I mean. We got to take the emotion out of what we're doing and stop thinking the organization is going to fix it. It's structural changes. Today is Friday, Senior Citizens Day. I can name you people who haven't spoken to their grandparents in a long time. That's unfortunate because these people will be transitioning and we're going to let all that knowledge, their network, phone contacts disappear. So structurally, we had to, as a people, set aside time. And what we're saying is if we do it on Fridays, from East Coast to West Coast, we're unifying as a people. Now, ego stands in the way of that. I don't want to do it because they saying it. We got to get past that. Children are dying out here because of the structural flaws that we have, that we keep allowing or believing that Barack go fix it or organization go fix it. No, it's our agreement with one another that's going to fix it. So going back to the structural changes, Sunday Family Day, Monday Safety Day, Tuesday Education Day, Wednesday Economic Day, Thursday Health Day, Friday Senior Day, Saturday Youth Day. Get ego out the way. It doesn't matter that that's something that we're talking about. As a people, what are the structural changes that we're going to make that applies to any organization, fraternity, sorority, bike club, church? What are we going to do that unifies us from coast to coast? Come on, y'all. We got to make these structural changes. And if we do that, we're going to not be upset about Trump because we'll know what we're working on every single day. Peace.